For much of the 20th century, Venus existed in the human imagination as a world of speculation. Shrouded in thick clouds that reflected sunlight and concealed its surface, the planet revealed little through telescopes alone. Some scientists imagined vast oceans beneath its cloud cover, while others proposed jungles or swamps sustained by perpetual warmth. Venus, similar in size to Earth and relatively close in orbit, appeared to offer the possibility of a familiar yet hidden world. The Soviet Union approached Venus not as a mystery to be imagined, but as a challenge to be confronted directly. Beginning in the early years of the space age, Soviet engineers and scientists committed themselves to a sustained campaign of exploration unlike anything attempted before. While other nations focused primarily on the Moon or Mars, the Soviets returned to Venus again and again, driven by the belief that understanding this hostile planet would reveal something fundamental about planetary evolution. Early missions quickly dismantled hopeful assumptions. Flyby probes revealed surface temperatures far higher than expected, suggesting a runaway greenhouse effect rather than a temperate climate. Radar measurements hinted at a solid surface beneath the clouds, but one subjected to extreme heat and pressure. Venus was not a hidden Earth. It was something far more alien. The true nature of Venus became clear only when the Soviets attempted landings. The Venera program was built around a simple but daunting goal: survive long enough on Venus's surface to transmit data back to Earth. Each attempt required breakthroughs in materials science, electronics, and thermal protection. Early landers failed within minutes, crushed by pressure or destroyed by heat. Yet each failure refined understanding of the environment they were attempting to reach. Venus's atmosphere proved to be the first major obstacle. Composed primarily of carbon dioxide and layered with clouds of sulfuric acid, it exerts a pressure at the surface more than 90 times that of Earth's atmosphere. Temperatures exceed 460 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. These conditions demanded landers encased in pressure vessels more akin to submarines than spacecraft. When Venera 7 transmitted data from the surface in 1970, it marked a historic moment. For the first time, humanity had received information directly from the surface of another planet. The data confirmed crushing pressure and extreme heat, permanently ending speculation about Earth-like conditions. Venus was revealed as a world shaped by atmospheric collapse rather than balance. Subsequent missions went further. Venera 9 and 10 returned the first images from the surface of Venus. These grainy black and white photographs showed a barren, rocky landscape under a dim, orange-tinted sky. There was no evidence of liquid water, vegetation, or erosion by rain. Instead, the surface appeared fractured and angular, shaped by processes unfamiliar to Earth. The rocks photographed by the Venera landers told their own story. Many appeared basaltic, suggesting widespread volcanic activity in Venus's past. Chemical analysis supported this interpretation, indicating a surface formed largely by lava flows rather than sedimentary processes. Venus, it seemed, had undergone a geological history dominated by internal heat rather than surface water. The atmosphere above those rocks proved equally revealing. Soviet instruments detected high concentrations of sulfur compounds, reinforcing the idea of a planet shaped by volcanic outgassing. These gases, trapped beneath a dense atmosphere, likely contributed to the runaway greenhouse effect that transformed Venus into its present state. The findings suggested that Venus may once have been more Earth-like before diverging catastrophically. One of the most striking discoveries involved the behavior of Venus's atmosphere itself. Despite the planet's slow rotation, Its upper atmosphere moves at tremendous speed, circling the planet in just a few days. This phenomenon, known as superrotation, defied easy explanation. Soviet data provided early confirmation of this effect, highlighting the complexity of atmospheric dynamics on a planet without oceans or strong seasonal cycles. The Soviet landers also revealed that Venus's surface is remarkably still. There was no evidence of wind strong enough to move rocks or dust at ground level. Despite the violent motion of the upper atmosphere, the surface environment appeared eerily static. This disconnect between atmospheric layers added another layer of mystery to Venusian climate behavior. Later missions refined understanding of Venus's terrain. Radar mapping combined with surface measurements suggested vast plains, volcanic domes, and evidence of relatively recent resurfacing. Unlike Earth, Venus shows little sign of plate tectonics. Instead, heat appears to build beneath the crust until it is released catastrophically, reshaping large regions of the planet at once. The endurance of the Soviet landers remains one of the most remarkable achievements in planetary exploration. Some survived for over an hour in conditions once thought unsurvivable. During that time, they transmitted temperature readings, pressure measurements, chemical analyses, and images that fundamentally reshaped planetary science. These brief windows of survival yielded decades of insight. Perhaps most importantly, the Soviet exploration of Venus forced scientists to confront uncomfortable possibilities about planetary futures. Venus demonstrated how a planet similar in size and composition to Earth could become uninhabitable through atmospheric imbalance. Its extreme greenhouse effect became a natural laboratory for understanding climate feedback mechanisms on a planetary scale. The Soviet findings also reshaped ideas about habitability. Venus lies near the inner edge of the Sun's habitable zone, illustrating how proximity alone does not determine a planet's fate. Atmospheric composition, geological activity, and long-term feedback processes can matter far more than distance from a star. In retrospect, the Soviet Venus program stands apart in the history of space exploration. It was not driven by spectacle or distant observation, but by persistence in the face of repeated failure. Each mission built upon the last, gradually peeling back the layers of a planet determined to resist discovery. Today, many of the questions raised by those missions remain unresolved. How exactly did Venus lose its water? Why did its geological evolution diverge so sharply from Earth's? Whether it once hosted oceans remains a subject of active research. The Soviet landers did not answer these questions, but they defined them with clarity. What the Soviets found on Venus was not evidence of life or hidden oceans. It was something more sobering and more valuable. They found a planet that serves as a cautionary example of how delicate planetary balance can be. A world where familiar elements combine to produce an utterly alien outcome. Venus, as revealed by Soviet exploration, is a monument to extremes. Its surface speaks of heat without release, pressure without relief, and atmosphere without escape. Through their persistence, the Soviets transformed Venus from a planet of speculation into one of the most thoroughly characterized, yet deeply mysterious worlds in the solar system. In doing so, they left behind a legacy that continues to shape planetary science. Their findings remind us that exploration does not always reveal what we hope to find. Sometimes, it reveals what we need to understand.